Okay guys, this very innocent looking ATM cost us hundreds of dollars. It looks super generic. It's just an ATM that has US dollars written on it. You'll see ATMs like this all over the place in Mexico. It's an extremely easy trap to fall into by using one of these ATMs. And in today's video, I'm going to explain to you how you can get scammed by these ATMs, how we got scammed, and probably more importantly, what you can do to avoid this particular scam in Mexico. Mexico, like every other country in the world, basically has a lot of scams and traps that you can fall into. There's obviously the taxi driver scam, where the taxi systems in Mexico have a bit of a monopoly. They can charge pretty much whatever they want. They rarely turn the meter on. If you ask them to turn the meter on, they'll politely say no, they'll just refuse you, and they will set their own price, basically. If you go to any country pretty much in Europe, there's going to be pickpockets, there's going to be tourist scams, people charging you for a tour and not delivering. There's tons of scams to look out for, and Mexico is no different. But this particular scam with the ATMs is a really easy one to fall into, because as you can see by the ATM that I just showed you, it looks extremely innocent. It's in a well built up area in a tourist spot. We're here in Tulum. The one we got scammed with looked exactly like that one, except it was in Playa del Carmen, right in the middle of 5th Avenue, which is like the main tourist spot. And I'll explain exactly what happened. So we had only been in Mexico for a few days. This was 3 years ago now, I guess. 2022, wow, that's gone fast. And we needed to get some money out, because some things in Mexico you do need cash for. The main things you need cash for are taxis, eating at local restaurants, and obviously giving tips. So if you're going on a tour or anything, you want to have some cash on you. Now, us not really knowing how everything works here, we were walking down 5th Ave in Playa del Carmen and saw one of those ATMs. It looked exactly like that one. A lot of people around, seemed innocent enough. So we put our bank card in, which was with one of the major banks, took out a few $100s that we thought, you know, that would last us a week or two maybe, not thinking anything of it at all. The following day, literally the next morning, woke up, checked my phone to see how much money we had in the bank, as I usually do. I try and do that pretty much every day, if not every second day. To my surprise, there was about $800 missing that had come from an ATM withdrawal in a part of Mexico that we'd never been to. So obviously I rang my bank right away and said, look, I don't know what this is. I didn't take this money out. I don't know how this happened. They looked into it, reported it as fraud, canceled my card, which was extremely frustrating because it took like 2 weeks for an emergency card to get delivered to us. So we pretty much had nothing. What we were explained after doing a bit of research and talking to people, just checking online forums, watching YouTube videos, was that these ATMs in the tourist areas that aren't with major banks, they're just independent ATMs. Some of them have what's called a skimming machine on them. There'll be people nearby watching for people to use these ATMs. They have a skimmer on them. The ATM will basically take all of your card details, and then somebody can just come along, grab all your details, create a fake ATM card using the details from your card. And if you have a card such as the Wise Travel Money card, you can block magstripe transactions entirely and force chip and pin only, which is just one reason why I recommend using the Wise Travel Money card, but I'll get into more of that a little bit later in the video. Okay, I'm talking a bit quiet now because I'm in the middle of a busy cafe and I don't want this to come across negative. I'm not making this video to scare you off traveling to Mexico or using ATMs. It's just to help you guys not make the same mistake that we made and give you the knowledge that we didn't have when we made this mistake. This second time around in Mexico, we've learnt from the first time, so hopefully I can pass that on to you guys. So the first way you can avoid making this mistake is the obvious one. Don't use any generic ATMs. Only use ATMs that are from any of the big banks. Some of the big banks in Mexico are HSBC, Scotiabank, and Banorte, I think is how you say it. Probably got that wrong. They're everywhere as well, but you need to find them. Like, they're big banks. You can go into an enclosed room and use the ATM. They're actually in a lot of shopping centers, such as Walmart or Super Chedraui. They're super popular, they're everywhere. If you just take a little bit more time and use those banks, you won't run the risk of getting scammed by these ATMs. And actually, aside from the skimming that happens with these ATMs, they actually charge a crazy conversion fee and something like $10 US just to withdraw your money. So that's another reason you don't want to use these ATMs. Even if they aren't skimming your card, they're still ripping you off. The second way to avoid this, you can avoid anyone hacking your credit card or your debit card, is use a travel money card that has security features. So right after this happened, we started using Wise. And the reason we did that is, number one, super simple to set up, has amazing conversion rates. You don't get charged any unexpected fees, like everything is completely upfront. But I have an app on my phone that's linked to my Wise card. So I get a notification on my phone whenever anything is spent on that card. So if I see anything pop up that I'm not aware of, instantly I know somebody's using my card. But here's the kicker, and here's the trick that I've really found useful. You can freeze and unfreeze your card at any time. So what I do is my card is always frozen. If I go to an ATM, I open the app, I unfreeze my card, I take money out, I freeze my card again. If I pay for dinner or buy something at the shops or groceries, same thing. I take my phone out, I unfreeze it, I use my card, then I freeze it again. And I know this sounds like I'm being pedantic, maybe it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, and yeah, it does take an extra minute or two. But for me, the added sense of security, knowing that every night I'm going to bed and I'm not going to wake up to all these notifications saying that somebody's been using my card unauthorized, it's an absolute game changer and peace of mind for me. So that's probably my biggest tip. Wise Travel Money makes spending overseas simple. You can spend in over 40 currencies with just one card. No hidden fees. Get the real exchange rate every time you pay, send, or withdraw. You can transfer money to over 160 countries fast and low cost. Hold and convert money in your multi-currency account. Track everything with instant notifications right from your phone. So hopefully this video hasn't scared you off coming to Mexico at all. That's not the intention that we had. We actually just want to help people out. And we've had so many positive experiences traveling the world, especially in Mexico. We lived in Playa del Carmen for close to 6 months. We brought our dog here. We traveled all around Mexico. We never had any safety issues. The only issue we had was the issue with our bank card. We're here now with our daughter Lila and we feel absolutely safe. We're just a little bit more aware of some of the scams that are targeted, especially at tourists. So encourage anyone to come to Mexico. I know there's a lot of negative publicity out there. Like, we even get messages from people asking, like, is it safe? Is it okay to travel to Mexico? There's obviously stuff that goes on, but that sort of stuff doesn't really affect tourists. Come to Mexico. It's amazing. There's so much to see. It's such a vast country. We're going to be here for a little while. We're going to keep traveling Mexico, and then who knows where we're going to be next. So anyway, to wrap it up, guys, I hope this video gave you some kind of clarity as to what to avoid as far as ATM scams. This is just information that we think everybody should have. We didn't have any of this info when we first came here, and we were able to find lots of helpful tips through YouTube and blogs and just using Google. The purpose of the video really is just to pass on that information. So if you're interested in trying Wise, they've been a great support for our channel for the last few years as well. If you use our link, which we'll leave down below in the description, as well as the pinned comment, you can get your first transfer up to $1,000 absolutely fee-free, or you can get a physical Wise travel money card absolutely free. So thanks again for watching, guys, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.